its existence is frequently denied.
I'm not denying that certain people are bigoted against Muslims as people, and that's a problem.
Islamophobia is easy to see and unfortunately quite commonplace in our culture. It exists across a wide spectrum, from violent hate crimes committed against Muslims to the ways in which many of us think and talk about Muslims.
I'm not denying that certain people are bigoted against Muslims as people, and that's a problem.
And their religion. And yet there are still those who insist, with apparent conviction, despite all evidence to the contrary, that Islamophobia doesn't exist.
I'm not denying that certain people are bigoted against Muslims as people, and that's a problem.
That it's an invented term referring to a non-existent problem.
And that's a problem.
The most common form of Islamophobia denial is this next one. It's disguised as legitimate criticism. I have nothing against Muslim people. I am criticizing Islam, the religion, and its ideas. I have to be able to criticize bad ideas, don't I? This is the mantra of many Islamophobes, or perhaps I should call them anti-Muslim bigots. The insidious thing about Islamophobia is that many of those who practice it will insist that they are actually engaging in legitimate criticism of Islam. And sometimes that pretense can be very convincing. Islamophobia isn't always practiced by angry, blatant, foaming at the mouth bigots. Those are easy to spot. But in addition to them, it's practiced by people who ought to know better, including, I'm sad to say, some of the most prominent public figures of the atheist movement. My fellow atheists can be some of the most stubborn of all Islamophobes because they don't see double standards and vilification. They see an extension of their quite rational rejection of religion in general. Never mind that here in the US at least, Christianity as a whole is not implicated when someone cites their Christian beliefs as justification for some horrible act of violence or murder. There are not calls to alter security measures to protect us from Christian terrorists. In fact, we hardly ever refer to such people as terrorists. It's understood, even by those of us who hold it to be false, that Christianity is a religion of great ideological and theological diversity, and it would be unfair to judge the whole by its angriest and most regressive members.